37 anos de empresa, quase 4 décadas acumulando muita experiência e aprendizado. Tempo suficiente para tornar-se uma referência, uma fonte de conhecimento e inspiração. Esse é o caso do nosso convidado do Mabcast de hoje, o vice-presidente da Mitsubishi Electric Brasil, Max Matsumura. Conheça agora essa história que começou do outro lado do mundo e segue inspirando em terras brasileiras. Sejam muito bem-vindos ao Mabcast, podcast da Mitsubishi Electric Brasil. Hoje eu converso com o Max Matsumura, que começou sua trajetória na Mitsubishi Electric Corporation há 37 anos. Ele já trabalhou no Japão, sua terra natal, passou pela Coreia, Estados Unidos e veio ao Brasil para assumir o cargo de vice-presidente. Seja muito bem-vindo, Max. Welcome. It's a pleasure to talk to you.
Nice to be here. Thanks.
Nice to meet you. Max, tell us this story, please. How were your first steps in Mitsubishi Corporation in Japan, and how did your career develop?
It's hard to believe it's been 37 years already. And my journey with Mitsubishi Electric began in 1989, right after graduating from university in Japan. But in a way, my international journey started much earlier. Because of my father's job, our family lived outside of Japan for a while. And I spent part of my childhood in the Philippines during elementary school, and then my high school years in New York. So even before joining the company, I had cross-cultural experiences and had opportunities to learn English. And when I joined Mitsubishi Electric, I started in the overseas sales and marketing of fax machines, which were, believe it or not, cutting-edge technology back then. And from there, I moved into mobile phones and later into industrial automation products. I've been fortunate to experience many sides of the business, from product planning to sales to business development, and now supporting our overseas sales office operations.
So, Max, arriving in Brazil, what were your first impressions? Is the way of working here very different from Japan?
I would say yes and no. Since it's the same company, there are shared values like the safety, the quality, the customer focus. But work culture in Brazil is more informal and personal, which is very different from Japan or Korea. So I was also pleasantly surprised by how hardworking Brazilian people are. And even in the business, trust is built through relationships in Brazil, like over coffee or conversations and even sometimes jokes. That human connection is something I truly admire about Brazilian culture.
Max, in Japan, companies and people adopt some ancient concepts linked to organization, details, quality, long-time planning. How can a company benefit from them? And do you think Mitsubishi was able to bring these concepts to Brazil?
Absolutely. With some adaptation, it's not about copying Japanese methods. Like long-term plannings or continuous improvement, quality first thinking it is embedded in Mitsubishi Electric's DNA. And even here in Brazil, we apply these principles, especially in like project execution and customer support. On the other hand, the Brazilian business environment requires flexibility. So we combine Japanese discipline with Brazilians' creativity and agility. I think that balances make our team stronger.
So you think Japanese people also benefit from this Brazilian way?
I think a lot. I think Japanese professionals can learn to be more flexible, more open to improvisation. And Brazilians are incredibly resourceful and have a strong sense of humor, even during tough times. So ability to stay positive and find creative solutions is something we need more of it in Japan. And also the work-life balance. Brazilians are really good at enjoying life, and that's important for long-term motivation, I think.
Max, in these 37 years, it's a long time. A lot has happened in the world. We have had technological revolution. In your opinion, what were the most important changes in this period?
Absolutely. When I started, there was no emails, there was no PC, there was no smartphones. You had to go to the computer room, what they call the computer room, sit down in front of a workstation, and then create the document, print it out, and then bring it to the fax machine, type in the fax number, and send it out. So now the shift to digitalization or the network control systems, and now AI-driven automation, it's being a huge transformation. The pace of innovation is accelerating, and in the coming years, there probably will be more focus on smart factories, remote maintenance, and predictive and analytics. And also the sustainability will bring a lot of innovation using the automation to reduce energy and waste.
It's a revolution, really a revolution. In this context,
Mm.
constant updating is essential. How do you think employees can keep this updating knowledge, and how does Mitsubishi encourage this?
I think the key is continuous learning. No matter your age or your title, you have to stay curious. And at Mitsubishi Electric, we invest heavily in training like e-learning platforms and global knowledge exchange. We encourage cross-functional experiences, which helps our team stay agile and innovative.
Mitsubishi Electric is a century-old company present all over the world, but in Brazil it's still young, 12 years. And here in Brazil, industrial production still has gaps to be filled. What are the main challenges for Brazilian industry?
I think Brazil has some structural challenges like the logistic costs or the bureaucracy, and at times economic instability. But the potential here, I think, is very huge with its the rich natural resources, the large domestic market, and increasing focus on industrial modernization. I truly believe Brazil is a land of opportunity, especially for industrial automation.
And nowadays, it's not possible for a company to talk about growth without thinking about sustainability. How does Mitsubishi Electric put this concern into practice?
Um, Sustainability is a key part of Mitsubishi Electric's global strategy. We are targeting net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2050, which is focusing on energy efficiency and low carbon products and renewable energy. And in Brazil, we are promoting energy saving automation technologies like the high efficiency drives and automation systems. So, and which will be helping our customers reduce their environment impact. And internally, we're also working to reduce waste and optimize energy use across our operations.
Max, and now changing the subject, talking about your personal life. What do you think about Brazilians? The way we are is very different from what you are used to.
Well, Brazil has been great. The food, the drinks, the caipirinha, the cachaça, the ice cold beer, the weather, of course, the people, all wonderful. I've enjoyed learning about Brazilian culture, and even though my Portuguese still needs a lot of improvement, I've been welcomed warmly here. And what I admire the most is how warm and friendly Brazilians are. The people are open, welcoming, and always ready to help, even if we're just met, for example, in an elevator, you know? That's very different from some of the countries that I lived in before. So overall, both for my work and my personal life, Brazil has been a very positive and enriching experience for me.
So I can see you are enjoying. Are you planning to come back to Japan?
I mean, someday, yes, probably I have to, but I hope I can stay as long as I can.
And Max, for those who are listening to you and want a career like yours, what advice do you have?
I would say if you get a chance to go abroad, I think you should take it. It will probably change your perspective forever. Because in my case, I happened to have a chance to live abroad when I was young, and it completely changed mine. I probably would not be here, sitting here now, if it wasn't for that. So I would say be open to learning from people, from the culture, from the challenges, build trust, and be patient, as careers are usually long journey. And at Mitsubishi Electric, we look for people who are not only skilled, but also curious, also collaborative, and committed to making a difference. As our corporate slogan says, changes for the better. So if you bring that mindset, I think there's a place for you here.
Right, really nice. It was a great pleasure to talk to you, Max.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure.
E obrigada pela sua companhia. A gente se encontra no próximo Mabcast.